A look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Go. 120. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Wentz now on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down, Eagles.
Right side caught by Jackson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. 280. 50's a mark. 50's a mark.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
And opening drive sack. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Go!
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Kenny Clark in there to get it, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing is Rodgers, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Let him know.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Watch the curl.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 36-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
26.
On 1st down, here's Love. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
319.
Hey, tight. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll come out in the pistol. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
4 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st down, Wentz. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Wentz to throw, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
3rd and
11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Love. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
258. Here we go. Check 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Let's just go to the football.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding what...
He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing his wins. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards the pickup there. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rodgers to throw once more. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Check hot route. Hot.
Sunday.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Once again with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
Sunday.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
54, right there.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Here's Rodgers throwing again. And left side here, it's Graham.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Jimmy Graham. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Love, and an alley to run, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
We need team.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught left side, Garcon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Rodgers going to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz has it left side. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Stop. Here we go. 180.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
First down, Eagles.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He's 18.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Rip left, rip left.
On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Brandon Graham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Go.
Wentz now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Sproles. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Wentz. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Wentz to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Elliott puts this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you,
son. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
No. 58. 54. Watch the screen.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On first down, Love. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Let's get it. 319. 54. Lights 54. And keep it up. Slam.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 15.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Right there. 54. Right? Hey, dude.
Stay with your man.
54's Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finding room inside the 40. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Jim. Motion. 52's the mic, boy. 52. Night, sweetheart.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check 31. Check 30. Get 300. Bud.
Now Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing the 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Jackson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Wins. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 21. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now Wentz. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready.